All right, so it looks like the Rogan sphere is done holding back. The same day Rogan called out Marc Maron, Schulz also called out Maron, and every comedian that's turned on Rogan. So things are getting really interesting. You know, it seems like now Rogan's friends might have the green light to start trashing other comics. Because like I said in my last video, for a while, Rogan didn't want any conflict between them. He hates it, which is respectable, but we all know behind the scenes there's a ton of conflict, jealousy, trash talking, and backstabbing. So it's nice to see it all be put out in the open now. I mean, after the Riyadh Comedy Festival and comedians trashing the Rogan sphere, it's like we're in a comedy civil war now. Like Schulz, he went off on so many people during this. You know, like with Rogan, you could tell Schulz has also been holding this in for a while. And there's a lot of people he wanted to talk shit about. And it's hilarious because he brings up Bill Burr and Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino and the backlash they've been getting for doing the Riyadh Comedy Festival. And he's like, bad friends are in shambles. Go look at their comment section. Which is ironic because Schulz also performed at the festival and is getting called out in his comment section. But he's in complete denial. It's so funny. He's like, thankfully, our fans don't even care that we did the festival. But if you look at the comments on this podcast, it paints a different picture, and it's pretty similar to Bad Friends' comment section. But at least neither of them have it as bad as Bill Burr.
That's called deflecting and projection. Like what he's doing, what Andrew Schulz is doing is trying to get the attention off of him and be like, can you see that? You know, their fans are turning on them. It's like, I remember you talking about you were getting some fan backlash from supporting Trump.
Like there'll be people that like, they'll DM me and be like, you see what your boy's doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for.
And then all of a sudden now you're like, like, dude, you make fun of comedians too. I don't get this, like these rules that you guys are implying that, well, like fellow comedians, they're off limits. And if you trash your fellow comedian who also happens to be your friend, like Joe Rogan, it's like, you can't do that. Silly.
You know, they'll be fine. Like Schulz is right about that. I'm sure they'll always be making jokes about it, but this will blow over. And I don't think Schultz's fans really care as much as Bill's, especially. Like, this isn't really that surprising from Schulz. But it is hilarious watching him cope over it and act like Bad Friends fans are losing their minds and his couldn't care less. But I think he's just looking for a way to trash Andrew Santino and Bobby because they had criticized podcasts like Flagrant for having on politicians. Also, they had on Marc Maron, and he went off on Rogan while he was on there in the whole Austin scene. So I think Schulz is trying to use this as an opportunity to throw shade at them.
And I know I ain't shit, y'all ain't shit.
Well, that's the reason why we don't have any pushback, barely any pushback, is because...
Oh, look at that. Barely. It's barely a pushback, okay? But look, that's what it's gonna be now, like, right? Like when Andrew Schulz did was try to be political, it failed on him because of how he was being outspoken about it, and now it's just kind of like his fans are like, well, look, Andrew talking about politics or anything political is stupid. He's like, you know, he's fucking biased, or he's like what do you call it? He's fan sitting on stuff.
We've never been the virtue signaling type. We've never been the ones out here. Like, there are people that are getting pushback, and like, based on some shit that they had said in the past, I kind of get it. Like, I'll be honest, I kind of get it.
Yeah.
You know, like, Burr's getting all this pushback, and it's like the first time I've seen in his career him not, like, aware of why it's happening.
Yeah.
Like, I saw him on Conan, and again, it's a clip, so I don't want to take clips out of context, but he's like, oh, these people are, like, sanctimonious cunts, and it's like, bro, you did say that Beyonce sold out for blood money.
Yeah.
For going to, like, an oil state.
Yeah.
And then you went to an oil state. So, like, now, I will say, that being said, we've received almost no criticism. You know, Bad Friends is in shambles. That comment section is crazy. You know what I mean?
I would say the Bad Friends comment section or their fans are like, either there's some good ones and then there's some bad ones and then there's some political ones. It's a mixture of shit, like, because of, you know, when the Tiger Belly thing happened, like all those traumas and stuff, and all those dramas and stuff, and you know, particularly like how people view Kalila, it's like some of their fans are like really out there and they're very vocal about stuff. And Andrew Schulz is barely now, like his fans are now vocal, and you've been seeing it more on Reddit, you know, in my point of view.
Like, all Bobby did is went there and showed his
Yeah.
showed his dick, and then
It's progressive.
He did an accent, and then they came back. It's not that crazy.
Yeah, it's progressive.
Leave him alone.
God,
Show your dick, Santino, do the accent, and then you come home. It is what it is.
it's so funny, dude. Yeah, well, look, we got the best fans.
And the comments are hilarious. People are like, did he just gaslight us into saying we don't care? Like, all I see in the comments are fans caring. So this was an interesting strategy. And then they also spent like 20 minutes ranting about how they don't care what people have to say about them doing the festival, while simultaneously addressing what everyone has to say about them doing the festival. I mean, like this comment says, Schulz has got to be the most bothered, unbothered person on the planet right now. So Schulz and Akash addressed the rules of the festival, you know, because a lot of people are criticizing comedians for censoring themselves for the Saudis, since there's a lot of stuff you can't joke about. But apparently Schulz and Akash didn't even read the rules or see what was off limits. Like, Schulz claims he didn't censor himself at all, and he'll say whatever he wants over there, and he thinks there won't be any repercussions. He's like, oh, they don't even really care about the rules, which, thanks to Tim Dillon, we know they actually do.
Yeah, that's just some BS. Like, of course he saw it. He's just trying to say that, no, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if I go to jail. Like, what? No. It's just some sort of like weird, yeah, it's a weird gaslighting that they're doing, and a weird projection. Like, we've seen it from clips, like, yeah, like from Tim Dillon saying that, you know, I'm in America and I'll say what I want in America, but when I'm over there in their country, I'm not gonna say what they want me to say. Like, I'll keep it respectful. But even then, that didn't matter for the Saudis. They fired him, and their reason was because of that he abused the rules, which he was never in the country to begin with to like violate. You know, and so it doesn't make any sense. But they don't care about that. They care about, you know, the whole thing that Tim Dillon did was because of, yeah, he shit on them, but he did it in his turf, basically, right? But they can't forgive him for that because it doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter.
You know, they take the rules very seriously because obviously he got fired before the gig for making a slave labor joke on his own show. So maybe Schulz didn't censor himself while he was there, but we know for a fact there are topics that are off limits.
People came up to me like, you know, you can't talk about X, Y, and Z, and I was like, what? I haven't even looked at this list.
You can say we can't, but we're gonna.
Yeah.
And then you just deal with the repercussions of that, which are nothing. It's nothing ever.
Yeah, but our jokes hit.
No. What it is, it's people covering their asses there. It's just like, it's like when you're like dealing with like a marketing campaign.
And then they also started trashing comedians who were talking shit about the comedians doing the festival, like Marc Maron. And it sounds like Schulz refers to somebody else specifically here too, but he doesn't say their name. I think he might be referring to Gianmarco Ceresi. I think he was speaking out about the festival, and he also makes fun of the Rogan sphere.
That's the thing, when these fucking comics are like trying to be self-aware when they're shitting on us. They're like, just for the record, we didn't get an invite to the Riyadh.
We know you didn't.
Yeah.
You can't perform outside of Brooklyn.
Exactly. Like,
you do musical theater crowd work.
yeah, exactly.
But there are some of them that did get invited and they exposed it, and those are the ones. I mean, also probably some of them that didn't get invited are very vocal about certain things, about certain subjects, and they weren't scouted for, right? But then there's other ones that are sort of in defense, and they'll ask them. But yeah, like it's a funny thing to talk about, saying like, well, you didn't get invited, so that's why you're talking shit. Yeah, I get that. We all get that part.
We know you didn't. You can't perform outside of Brooklyn.
Exactly. Like,
you do musical theater crowd work.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, your comedy isn't good. Why would they want you?
Look at that audience of yours. I bet I can count the minorities on one hand.
What a sacrifice to not go to the festival you weren't invited
Yeah,
to.
they don't know you exist. It's not because you're a problem. It's not because you speak truth to power.
Yeah.
It's because you speak truth to upper middle class white people and 10 minorities who want to fuck upper middle class white people.
Just pat yourselves on the back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Go
Yeah.
to a Marc
Look at that's like some major trying to downplay stuff there. Like, no, you make fun of richer people than you. Okay, but now that you're rich, now you feel like you're attacked, huh? But when you weren't rich, you're like, yeah, like power to the people, man. But now it's different.
Maron show, count the minorities.
Exactly. Yeah,
I doubt you get to the second hand.
Yeah, where are those minorities you care so much about?
I think you'd be surprised.
They're asking me to go to the Middle East soon.
What? Where? Why?
Saudi Arabia and UAE or Dubai.
Dubai?
I think I'm gonna pass.
Yeah. For the troops? Is it for the troops?
Not for the troops.
What?
It's for the Saudis.
For the Saudi princes?
Yeah, and everyone's like, yeah, you should do it. Everyone's doing it. It's like, for Saudis?
Yeah.
Weren't those the 9/11 guys?
Riyadh Comedy Festival, and here we go. Andrew Schulz, Aziz Ansari, Bill, but Jim Jeffries, Jimmy Carr, Joe Coy, Kevin Hart. You know, Sam. We got people. People have been going, oh, how dare you go over there after they killed a reporter. That was the big one. There's been a reporter who they killed. One reporter was killed by the government. Unfortunate, but not a fucking hill that I'm going to die on.
We did get an offer to play.
I think I'm going to go.
You're going to go?
Well, I'm only doing 2 days.
Where?
I'm going in and out.
Saudi Arabia.
Just for, get that
I would
paycheck.
do that.
Yeah.
Why
I'm
not?
doing it. 2 days.
I wouldn't do gay material there.
Yeah.
At all.
Weird.
Sam and I are both doing gigs in Saudi Arabia, so Sam's days are numbered. So I'll be there, and I will join in with the Saudi people if it means I get out of there alive.
But at the same time, almost no entertainment money comes from a good place.
No,
but you know,
it's like, do you want to take it from them, or do you want to take it from someone who's probably assaulted, millions of people?
I don't really have strong feelings about the Saudi Arabia Comedy Festival. I do get the fact that they perpetrated 9/11.
I'm not doing it.
That is good. I admire that.
Then they doubled the bag, and I was like,
sorry, just go and Google big. Who really did 9/11?
I'm not doing it.
Just be like, okay, fine, never mind.
Yeah.
They doubled the bag, the princes?
It was a significant bag.
What?
Yeah, but I'd already said no. I took a principled stand.